I belong to Hockey Town. It's a place where dreams are found. We fought so many battles here. Now we're the ones that never fear. The club resides within our town. We won't stop, no letting down. The cup is ours, we're all to drink. It's our town, let's have this ring. Hey, Hockey Town. Not alone, just look around. Let's move, let's hear the sound. At every turn, the puck is dropped, the fever burns. Flesh speed, some brilliant daring. Red lights flash, horns are blaring. Hockey Town, no longer stay. Fire men in white and red. They dazzle us before our eyes. Lord Stanley's Cup, we have the prize. Out alone, just look around. Hey, Hockey Town. Let's hear that sound. Hey, Hockey Town. Hey, Hockey Town. Look around.
Hi and welcome to Fighting Falcons Talk, and I'm your host, Chris Baker. In this episode, I talk about upcoming events and our story on NHL.com. The Falcons will host a team scrimmage today at 7 p.m., which is open to the public and it will be free. This will give the fans the first look at how the second season will go and hopefully give the fans some hope. And the Falcons also will play 2 preseason games. The first preseason game is September 8th, 2010 against the Traverse City North Stars, which will be held at the Ice Arena on the campus of Ferris State University. And the second and final preseason game before they go off to Blaine, Minnesota for the showcase tournament, where they will play 4 regular season games there, is September 10th against the Oakland University hockey team at McMorran Arena. The start time was pushed back from a 7 p.m. start to a 2 p.m. start. Fans that purchase season tickets will be able to pick up their tickets on the intra-squad game day, and season ticket packages are still available at McMorran box office. Recently, there has been a bad bashing on our hometown Fighting Falcons. An article in the Times-Herald has basically stated that Port Huron isn't a hockey town. In all reality, we are Hockey Town Junior. I mean, it would be nice to have a baseball stadium in downtown Port Huron, and it would bring revenue to the town during the summer months. Again, I say, the summer months. There is truly no need for the bashing of Port Huron's pride and tradition. Also, the bashing article makes the Times-Herald look like it hires journalists with no class at all. The link to the defense article is in my pants. Also in recent news has been the 28 and 28 series on NHL.com. As we all know, September 1st was the day Port Huron got its shining. Here's the article word for word. Before I read it, though, I would like to say, this is not my work, and I would like to thank NHL.com and Alex Kairis for providing the article. Here it is. Despite their article, there was a silver lining to last year's inaugural Port Huron Fighting Falcons season. Namely, the way the team responded in the second half of the year when head coach Bill Warren took the reins. What Warren inherited was a team that had just had won just one game in its first 28 games. I actually felt like the situation I came into was a good situation because there was a lot of room for improvement. It also gave us the opportunity to make some player personnel decisions right away, so we unloaded a lot of the older veteran guys and replaced them with some younger talent, said Warren. We knew we could get a good look at them to get an idea if they fit in the puzzle for the 2011-2012 season. Once that happened, a remarkable thing happened to occur for the Fighting Falcons. They started to compete and started to win some games. The biggest win was perhaps during Warren's debut as head coach back on January 7th in a home game against the eventual Robertson Cup finalists, Michigan Warriors. A goal with less than 3 minutes remaining in the game gave the Fighting Falcons a dramatic 5-4 win over their rivals from the East. That's when the culture changed in Port Huron. They started to become better, more cohesive, and pay attention to more details. The Fighting Falcons would win 5 of their total 6 games under Warren during the second half of the season, which also 6 games where the team lost in overtime or a shootout. One of the things that needed immediate addressing over the summer in preparation for the 2011-2012 season was the defense. Last season, Port Huron gave up the most goals in the league. It was priority number 1 for us in the off-season. It doesn't matter what league or level you are playing in. You have to be able to defend your net, said Warren. So moving into the 2011-2012 season, Warren backed up his statement by addressing the goaltending position first. Returning to the team is Peter Megaritas, who was the number 4 overall draft pick in the 2010 NAHL entry draft. He started the season with Fresno but was traded to Port Huron, and Warren feels very fortunate to have him back in net. He came in and did an excellent job for us, especially towards the end of the season, said Warren. Megaritas didn't allow more than 3 goals in a game during his last 8 appearances, really giving himself and the Fighting Falcons the confidence that he is the right choice heading into this season. Mike Milosk will be the other goalie for the Fighting Falcons. Milosk, played 10 games in the NHL last season as an 18-year-old, and then led the Honey Baked Midget Major 18U team to the national championships. I feel like we have a great 1-2 punch net with Peter and Max, and both are capable of handling the rigors an NHL season. So with the goaltending position settled, Warren then took aim at players who possessed exceptional skill with the ability to also put the puck in the net. We felt like with players we identified to return, combined with the players we tendered and drafted, we addressed our need for offense, said Warren. The Fighting Falcons get a major lift by the return of veteran forward Adam Frank. Out of the 65 players that played in the game for Port Huron last season, Frank had the distinction of being the only one to play in all 58 regular season games. He registered 30 points, led the team in assists, and is more than battle-tested and will help provide some positive experience and reinforcement to the younger players. Ryan Teal, a veteran defenseman, returns as captain along the blue line. Nico Sierra is a returning forward that played well, particularly at the end of the season. And Logan Memorande is another veteran who stuck out the entire season with Port Huron, including scoring 2 of their 6 game-winning goals. Warren singled out Alex Glopke and Bowling Green recruit Brett DeAndre as rookies who have looked good in training camp thus far. The news is good for the Fighting Falcons as they have Warren returning behind the bench, solid goaltending, and players that want to improve and go in the right direction. Now the question is, can they forget about last season and put together one of the more remarkable turnaround stories the NAHL has seen in a long time? That's a really good article for how horrible the Falcons did last year, but they also did a good job if you look at it too. Also in other news is that Port Huron is back in the CIFL, the Continental Indoor Football League. Yes, with new owners. This time around the new franchise will be called the Port Huron Patriots and will yet again play out of McMorran Arena. Let's hope that we can keep this team around, unlike the Predators and Pirates. So people, please, come out to the Patriots games when they start. Until next time, have a sportstastic day.